अस्सलाम वालेकुम ब्रुकलिन। आज ये हाइलाइट्स आपको कुछ दिखाएंगे। ये रोज़ेरियो का कत्ल किया गया है NYPD की तरफ से मार्च 7 को। उसके बारे में एक आज सिटी हॉल में प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई है और ये दिन ब दिन ये पुलिस का क्राइम बढ़ता जा रहा है। तो मेरे ख्याल में तो ये तो वो थर्ड वर्ल्ड कंट्रीज़ हैं, उनको भी बैक करते जा रहे हैं, उससे भी वर्स दिन ब दिन होते जा रहे हैं। वी रिक्वेस्ट ओवर मेयर, यू हैव टू focus on these issues. And okay, we're gonna show you some videos.
NYPD currently this year to $12 billion and divesting and deprioritizing the development of long-term, well-resourced mental health infrastructure in New York City. From the moment NYPD officers along the DeFranco arrived and used insulting language. The NYPD's highly militarized presence, NYPD officer Salvatore Alonghi and Matthew DeFranco recklessly escalated the situation multiple times as we saw in the past. What we see is when Rozario standing there, nothing in his hand, standing there calmly looking at officers, his mother begging them not to shoot, and NYPD officer Salvatore Alonghi just tases him for no reason. Quinn was just standing there. When his mother had him on the ground, they never came forward. They didn't take one step forward to try to detain him right there. That was the first time they could have de-escalated and detained him. Second time when he was just standing there, he was provoked. They tased him for no reason. Modified duty is far from enough. These officers escalated at every point. These officers had choices to make and they chose to tase and shoot a teenager. Now, what we need from Mayor Adams is for him to suspend the officers immediately without pay.
Yes.
And to make sure that there is a swift investigation and these officers are fired immediately. Do not put these families through the same torture that the families of Delron Small are currently going through with substantiated charges for 3 years. The family of Alan Feliz, who the NYPD is currently refusing to deliver substantiated misconduct charges for 11 months. And let's not forget the family of Kowalski Treywick. Kowalski Treywick, who body-worn camera footage also showed was tased unprovoked. This has to stop. Whose family had to fight for half a decade. That is completely unacceptable. The NYPD already started its lies when Chief Chow immediately got on the news before an investigation is completed and lied.
My name is Notan Eva Costa. I am Queen Rosario's mother and I am still grieving, but I am here because I want justice for my son. Officer Salvatore Alonghi and Matthew Cianfoco killed my son in minutes. Before they came, everything was calm. Then they came and created chaos and murdered him in front of me. You can't imagine the pain I have and how much I miss Wayne. Wayne was just a child. He was a teenager with his whole life ahead of him. No mother should have to go through the pain I'm living through. I hope no other mothers go through this in the future.
Gianfranco Alonghi gotta go!
Gianfranco Alonghi got to go!
Fire cops Rozario!
Fire cops Rozario!
Gianfranco Alonghi gotta go!
Gianfranco Alonghi got to go!
Fire cops Franco Alonghi gotta go! Our next speaker is Ucho Rozario, the brother of Win Rozario.
My name is Ucho, and Win was my older brother, and I miss him every day. Win wasn't just my brother, he was my friend and someone that I could talk to and a role model. In the morning, he would usually wake up before me, and when I woke up, he used to give me a big hug. Alongi and Gianfranco stole that hug from me for my brother. Win had a strong sense of right and wrong. He would always try to do the right thing. He was determined and disciplined. When we first moved to the country, we didn't really know what basketball was. And when we used to play basketball, people used to make fun of us in the court. So Wayne spent months training himself so he could become better than the people that he played with. And in a few months, he became better than the people that played for their whole life. These past 22 days has been hell for us. Aggressive and reckless that they could have killed my mom and me too in our own house. If someone
আমি উইন রোজারিওর হতভাগ্য বাবা এবং আমি এখনো বিশ্বাস করতে পারছি না যে নিউ ইয়র্ক পুলিশ আমার ছেলেকে নির্মমভাবে হত্যা করেছে।
My name is Francis Rozario. I'm the father of Win Rozario, and I still can't believe the NYPD murdered my boy.
আমার ছেলে কেমন ছিল সে সম্পর্কে আমি একটু বলতে চাই। সে খুবই বুদ্ধিমান, মেধাবী এবং খুব গোছানো একটা ছেলে ছিল। কোনটা সঠিক এবং কোনটা ভুল সে বিষয়ে তার শক্ত ধারণা ছিল। সে সবসময়ই সঠিক কাজটাই করতে চাইতো, কিন্তু সেটার জন্য কোনো কৃতিত্ব নিয়ে মাথা ঘামাতো না।
I want to share a little about my son and who he was. He was very smart and meritorious.
Mother and father are never going to be the same. The NYPD viciously murdered Win. The Rosarios will hold the pain of that loss for the rest of their lives. When I first met the Rozario family, they were locked out of their home by the NYPD, thinking about how to survive for the next few days. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine losing your brother? I'm shaken. I'm infuriated. I'm enraged. We all are. Win should be here today. Win should be alive. Yes. And let me be very clear. This is Mayor Adams's NYPD.
Yes, yes.
To learn the dehumanizing details of what these officers and how the NYPD treated this family after they murdered Win, it's unconscionable. Unconscionable. We know that Win's murder is just another example of why the police should not be the default responders to when there is a need for health-centered interventions. Other cities have comprehensive public safety systems where they send out mental health responders. Thank you. Woo!
Rozario family in this incredible tragedy. But I must say to you all, this press conference we've had over and over and over and over again with different families and no accountability. Feel how this family feel. It's real. It's true. I feel it.
devastated to have to be here again and again and again. Look at this video. Look at what these officers saw when they got there. Nothing. Nothing. There was no danger happening at all until those officers arrived with their guns. About 2 minutes later, when Rozario was dead. We have to do better in the city. These officers need to be immediately fired.
Dealing with the public going on Twitter and other social media, whatever it's called nowadays, and actually aggressively fighting back against your groups and other groups of people in this situation. Have you seen a lot of that around this case?
We absolutely saw it at the very beginning when Chief Shell immediately went to press and immediately started telling of a lie. It was a lie, right? It wasn't even what we saw in the body-worn camera footage. Any other questions?
So, sorry for the loss. To see that out front. I'm curious about why it all time and if he had any, if there was any diagnosed mental health, if anything had been diagnosed, if you could explain to me about his mental health.
So I know it's been reported by the media that Wynn called 911, but the 911 audio has not actually been released publicly. In terms of any medical diagnosis, I can't speak to his private health.
We know for sure who called 911 and why.
We know what was it.